It's a huge number of tasks ahead for the new authorities, but we begin essentially with an effort to say, let's begin by protecting those who have survived this, and let's look at protecting the evidence to be able to help them find out the truth and hold those who are most responsible accountable. Once you tamper with the evidence, then the courts may not be able to receive that evidence and use it in trials. Once you've tampered with grave sites and you've mixed up what's in there, then it's very difficult to later come and identify, who was buried there. Often with grave sites, you need to have the evidence that's written down, so that when you're digging, you already pretty much know what you're going to find, rather than you hope you can dig and find out that way. It's very important that the Syrians are in charge of their own affairs in doing that, because that's how people feel they took charge and it's justice that they came to, as opposed to it's being imposed on them by the outside world, and there'd be question marks about who's being held accountable and who's not being held accountable, etc. And we've seen those mistakes in other places. There's another priority right now, which is 90% of Syrians are living below the poverty line, and much of the country has been destroyed from this civil war. So there has to be an element of also giving priority to helping people rebuild their lives, rebuild their homes, restoring some level of security and safety within Syria. The conflict is not over yet. Syria is still divided into different parts. What might work right now is a temporary suspension of the sanctions, so it lifts the worst aspects. It allows the country to begin to get support from the outside. It's quite bewildering to see this happening. It's unprecedented in many ways, and in our view, it's not helpful to a country that's just managed to change a dictatorship and is beginning to focus on moving forward and restoring peace, to then be hearing every day there is bombing all over the country being carried out by another state.